Hey, everybody, and welcome in. It's the Poor Man Fantasy Football League podcast. We're the fantasy football show that gives you a peek inside the life and times of our Dynasty League. I'm your host, Mike, and with me, as always, is my good friend, Andrew. And this week, we're going to be talking about the first round of our fantasy football playoffs and a little bit about what happened last week. It is Wednesday night, December 17th. Christmas is just over a week away. I can't wait. Very excited. Andrew, how are you doing?
Not too bad. And yourself?
I'm good.
I'm assuming we are not recording next Wednesday. That's Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's Christmas Eve is a Wednesday.
Yeah, Christmas Day is Thursday.
Okay, so yeah, you know what? We are not going to be recording next week. So this is our last recording before Christmas. We will not be able to do a championship prediction episode.
Semifinal. That would be the semifinals.
No, because we're just 4 and done now.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so this week we'll be talking about round 1 of the playoffs. Who wins this week will advance to the championship of our league. Who is in the consolation bracket? They're playing to win their money back this year. So we're going to have to make some predictions on who wins this week and obviously pick whoever wins in the potential matchup next week. Do a little bit of a bracket or a little bit of a pool. Okay. Good. See, we're pivoting live on the show, just making significant adjustments to the program.
Yes.
That's us. Good call. Thank you for pointing that out, because I would have been like, oh, geez, last minute, we're not recording.
Yeah, I somehow doubt your wife would have let you be messaging me on Christmas Eve to say, "Hey, are we doing this or not?"
Are we recording, man? Are we in? I've got the cool beers ready to go.
At that time on Christmas Eve, you're probably 7 or 8 in. So
yes, you are absolutely correct. I would be, and intend to be, very what is that? There's a name for that. On
jovial,
festive,
yes.
I'll be very festively intoxicated.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Hey, that's a good one. I like that. That was a good episode.
Yes, it was.
All right. Let's talk some football news, because there is a little bit. First off, Commanders have decided to bench quarterback Jaden Daniels. They're just going to shut him down for the rest of the year. There's no need to push him through his playing. If he's coming back, they're not playing for anything. So he's done. Good call. And quarterback Phillip Rivers survived his encounter with the Seattle Seahawks and is scheduled to start again this week against San Francisco.
Well, with San Francisco not having Bosa and their main defensive line guys, maybe he'll survive a little better.
I think he'll have a better performance than he did against Seattle. I'm just impressed that, Monday Night Football, he had a great game. He's
Hey,
not great.
He did a half decent job.
He almost beat them.
Yes.
He almost beat one of the best teams in football right now, which would have been hilarious if the Dirty Birds of Seattle lost to Old Man River.
Wow. That's going to be even better. Dean. if they knock the 49ers out of the playoffs.
Wait, can that happen to the 49ers?
I don't know if they've
right, because right now it's a Seahawks. Oh, yeah, I guess it could, because that means the Rams are number 1, the Seahawks are the number 2 with a wild card spot. For San Francisco to have a wild card spot, they're going to have to play. Oh, let's check this out. NFL playoff standings. If I could spell, there we go. All right. I want to go to. I'm going to open up a couple different ESPN.
If they lose and the Packers win and the Lions win,
San Fran's out.
Well, Packers will leap. Packers, well, no, not yet. Packers would leapfrog 49ers. Detroit would be a game behind. So Detroit would have to win out. San Francisco has to lose out.
Okay. So right now, San Francisco is sitting in the 6th spot.
Yes.
Oh, this is great. I love. Granted, I'm very disappointed my Lions lost last week, but out of the 4 remaining games, they were allowed to lose 1. They've lost their game. To make the playoffs, they now have to win out. Fully. The Packers and the Chicago Bears are playing, which is going to hurt one of those 2 teams, which is perfect because the Lions need one of them to lose.
So they take on the Steelers this week, the Vikings next week, and
the Bears in
the Bears last week.
Right.
So yeah, they would have to win out. San Francisco would have to lose out.
So as of right now, San Francisco has a 94% chance of making the playoffs, even if they lose. They have a 99% chance of, or greater than 99% chance if they win.
Yes, that would very much humble.
Yeah,
our friend Dean.
It would. If Old Man Rivers takes out San Fran, whoo, there's going to be some hurt feelings.
You know what though? If they lose out,
yeah,
and it's all because the start of the end was Rivers. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, this is kind of wild. Looking at this right now, the Colts are still in a chance for a bubble for the last playoff spot, so they're actually fighting for something. The Ravens have put themselves back into the picture, fighting for a playoff spot. They need to, well, essentially they need the Steelers to lose. So they just became Lions fans. All of the Ravens became Lions fans this week because they need the Steelers to get a loss. Okay. The Bears become 94% chance to win or get the playoffs if they win, 59% if they lose. The Buccaneers are on the cusp at 57% chance if they lose. That means who is sitting on their heels? Oh, that would be the Panthers at 7-7, who are actually playing the Buccaneers this week. Oh, that's going to be a good game, important game for them.
I can't see Tampa Bay losing that one.
I can. The Panthers are 7-7 because they've played some weird football and got some wins that we weren't expecting. And for some reason, the Buccaneers have been really hurting as of late. They gave up. They had the win in hand last Thursday against Atlanta. And then Atlanta just threw 3 touchdowns to Kyle Pitts and got the game back in the last, couple minutes. So this is a team that is beatable. All right. Well, I want my Lions to win this week. I want them in the playoffs. This is all great and fantastic. Who were you cheering for at this point in football? Nobody? Okay. Are you gonna?
You know what? I might when the playoffs hit, I might take the last team from one of the 2 conferences and say that's my
the lowest ranking team in each side.
Not in each, in one of the 2, and say, okay, that's who all.
You don't want to be a bandwagoner and join the Broncos at 12-2. I don't know how that's even a thing, but
I won't be Buffalo. I won't be San Francisco. I won't be
Texas.
No,
you don't want to.
There's really nobody in there that I'm interested in.
Wear the Texas helmet in the Super Bowl matchup when you finally bring this thing home, if you continue your winning streak.
Oh. We'll be kicking it back to me anyway.
Ooh, that's a good foreshadow. I like that. That's good. All right. So there we are with the playoff picture. It should make for some good football. I am going to be visiting my older sister and that side of the family this weekend, so I'm not going to get a chance to watch any of it. So, boo.
And then your last little note is of Miami benching.
Yeah.
Benching Tua.
I did not watch the game. Did you watch the game? So I guess it looked really bad. So bad that he's now 3rd on the depth chart. Quinn Ewers is the starting quarterback this week with Zach Wilson backing him up.
Well, they're out. So why not?
Yeah, you don't need to play the concussion case who can't throw the football. You're going to see what you got in the other talent on the roster.
Exactly. The Ewers, Ewers should be taking over next year anyway. Like, why would you have drafted him if you weren't expecting him to take over at some point?
No, they drafted him in the 7th round.
I know, but still, they drafted a quarterback
just to add
in
depth.
hopes that he would take over for Tua.
No,
if he's good.
You can't draft a quarterback in the 7th round and hope he's going to take over your $54 million a year quarterback.
Tom Brady, Brock Purdy.
Okay, they drafted. They weren't looking for that to happen. Now, I'm not saying it can't happen. No. I'm just saying that you don't draft with the intent that the 7th round.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Yes, no, they didn't draft this guy expecting him to be the next greatest quarterback of all time. But I'm sure they had the thought in the back of their mind was, hey, if this kid does pan out, he's our replacement for Tua.
Yeah, that's you draft those guys.
Or they would have drafted somebody higher up.
Yeah, no, Quint Ewers was the quarterback from Alabama?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so the kid comes from a good school. Let's see if it translates. Let's see if he gets an opportunity here. Let's talk some injuries here. I've got a little soundbite for that one. Where are you? Here we go.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
All right, so we've now got injuries to talk about. Big one for me. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL. As I realize they're eliminated from the playoffs, but this is going to linger long enough for the start of next season. This isn't.
Yeah, they don't expect him back before the middle of next season. So my guess is they'll be drafting a quarterback probably next year. You get us started when Mahomes comes back. You sit back behind him and learn from the guy for the rest of the season.
Do you think they put a high enough draft capital into somebody to do that, knowing Patrick Mahomes is still their future? Or maybe it's like an insurance policy?
Yeah, like you draft somebody in like middle of the round 3, round 4. Like I couldn't see them drafting first overall. Like right now, who's their starter?
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah. He'll get them through the rest of this year. And then if they don't draft, they'll probably trade for somebody.
Joe Flacco.
Well, no, wrong division. He only needs to go to Pittsburgh.
Right. Well, that's a possibility. You could set up.
Hey, Phillip Rivers. What he's done, get us through the first 6 games.
Just get us through the first 6 games. Wow. Okay. Other injuries. Chiefs Rashee Rice is in concussion protocol. Is that because he doesn't want to play with Gardner Minshew?
He took some pretty bad hits.
Because of Gardner Minshew?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But he's also the last couple of weeks had quite the dropsies.
Yeah.
So
he's struggling.
Yeah. So you know what? I would not be surprised if the team starts shutting down their star players.
Which is going to impact, obviously, fantasy football playoffs, because that's scary.
Yes, but I could see Rice going on the bench. I could see if they're thinking Pacheco is still their running back for the future, starting to shut him down. Less touches. On their defense, start limiting some of their defensive players to every other play instead of full-time play. Like why? If I was the Chiefs right now, I'm out of the playoffs.
I'm playing guys I want to see. What do you have? Let's rotate out the veterans, get them some rest. Let's get some other guys some action, and let's get ready for next year.
And if I lose the next 3 games and drop 4 or 5 spots and get a better draft position,
so be it.
All the better.
Yeah.
Right? That's the way I would be looking at the season right now. Like we're done in 3 games.
When you think of it that way, there are teams,
I'm not saying go out and tank.
No, you're not tanking, because tanking would be like, I'm deliberately going here to lose. I would be taking the approach where I'm going out here to see what I have with the other depth pieces. I want to get them reps. I know I'm not playing for anything. Let me see what else I have. I probably have a higher chance of losing as a result, but I'm going to see what I have in the other assets. Now, let me paint you a picture. Teams that are playing against the other playoff bound or playoff hopeful teams, like the Detroit Lions, they are playing Pittsburgh, who wants to make the playoffs, who's currently in. Minnesota, who isn't playing for anything, might be one of those teams that might just like, hey, we could play upset and block, or we can just, play this game and see what we have in future assets. Chicago, playoff bound team. What if you're a playoff bound team and the last 3 games of your schedule are against cream puff teams that have essentially checked out, that don't care about playing upset, that do that whole, that is a significant advantage that you have in ensuring that you make the playoffs.
Or you could be a team on the bubble like Detroit,
mm-hmm.
and you play against a team that might help you vault you into the playoffs.
Yeah, that very well could be. If you have that schedule where, you know what, let's say Pittsburgh's out of it, they don't care anymore, and they're playing, who's they drafted a rookie quarterback in the 6th or 7th round too from somewhere.
Yeah,
right. So like whoever that is, let's say they put that kid out there and a bunch of other young talent just to see what they have. It's like, okay, well, it makes it easier in theory for that team then to advance over top of them.
Yeah. So speaking of the Bears, I mean, you got Rome Odonez out week to week. Is that going to hurt the Bears' chance of getting in?
I think so, because he is a really good wide receiver, but they've been getting wins without him. They've been getting wins without DJ Moore. They've been just manufacturing wins without relying on any one particular player. And that's what happens when you have a good offensive-minded coach in Ben Johnson, which I hate that he went to the Bears.
Yeah. A team that I think is going to get hurt if this is a long-term injury is the Rams. With Devontae Adams going to miss time because of a hamstring injury. They have some depth at wide receiver, but Adams has had a good year, and I think that's going to hurt them. It's going to hurt them playoff week.
Yeah, he's been fantastic for that roster. Puka is phenomenal, but he can't do everything all the time. Between Puka and Devontae Adams, this helped make this offense elite and powerful, while they're in the number 1 seed. All right, last bit of news. We got Saints announced that running back Devin Neal and wide receiver Devon Vele are out. Not that it matters, this team is not making the playoffs, but this is also a team that wants to see what they've got in their young assets.
Yes, I think, what was it? They have a rookie.
Yeah, Tyler Shuck.
Yeah, no, a quarterback, yes, but they have a rookie.
Devin Neal is their rookie running back.
I thought they had another one that was supposed to be stepping up this week to
Audric Estime and Evan Hall, but they're not rookies. They're from other teams. They're depth pieces. Yeah.
I thought Hall was
No, he was formerly with the Colts.
Well, I guess STM was only only 1 year.
Yeah, he was with Denver.
So was he with Denver?
Yeah, Audric Estime was with Denver and got cut.
Yeah, played 13 games. So essentially, he is kind of a rookie. Didn't even get a full season in last year, but yeah. But you're right. Saints are one of those teams that are just playing for
the future. See what they got
for the paychecks.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's move on to the sleeper report. Sleeper report. Now, we did have some interesting stat changes. Some new names have been showcased here, and I look forward to sharing them with you. Because one guy who we thought might have checked out for the season came back and finished the season in epic fashion. So the number one spot we got is best manager. This is who they set their roster. They have not been in this spot. If they've been in this spot once this year, that's great. Fortunately, not haven't been here in a while. And that would be Chervin. Chervin, you set your roster. Usually you're in the worst manager position, and here you are in the best manager position at 90%. Congratulations. Not the last time we're going to hear Chervin's name. Next up, we got worst manager. This is the person who set their roster in the worst possible way. I'm not sure how this worked out for him because he still manufactured a win. And lo and behold, this week it goes to Chervin. Marvin. Marvin, congratulations. You set 64% of your roster.
I was going to say, how did Chervin magically be the best and the worst?
And the worst at the same time. All right, my apologies. Next up, we got narrowest victory. This is Chervin versus Donnie. Chervin showed up with 166.58 points against Donnie's 158.82, which is a bit of a blow because that Donnie was the second highest scorer of the week. So congratulations, Chervin. Chervin, you also earned the right to say you are the highest scorer of the week at 166.58. Congratulations. You had a great week. You won your matchup. You beat Donnie, who was the second highest scorer. You're the highest scorer, and you had one of the best rosters set. So, good way to end the season.
And it's too bad for Chervin because if him and I had actually been tied, he would have leapfrogged me.
Really?
Because the points because he was 1467, I'm 1412.
Oh. So you have one game on him, right?
So, yeah, because I beat him last week. That gave me a cushion of one.
Congratulations. You dodged a bullet.
So he will get a new name and logo by whoever wins.
Yeah, that's exciting. So we know who the last place team in. Chervin owns that title.
So, Slick, you better start thinking because, I don't think anybody else is going to beat Slick. Sorry, but that's okay.
Really? Okay. All right. Well, we'll get to that in a second. Now we need to award the last poor man of the week. And our last winner of the season goes to Gabriel with 88.8 points. And for that, my friend, you get the sploosh. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Yeah, the matchup selections this week were very interesting. You and me?
I went. Well, but I went out on.
You did. You went on several limbs.
Yeah, I wasn't picking based off of anything.
You were going bold and trying to get the victories. I get it. So matchup one, me versus you. I came out on top. Josh and I picked me. We get points. You picked yourself. Don't blame me for that. It was closer at one point in the earlier part of the day until Patrick Mahomes went down, and that really turned things for me. Matchup two, Slick versus Juan. This was a close matchup, at least on paper. Slick came out on top. You picked Juan. Josh and I picked Slick. Gabriel versus Marvin. You and I picked Gabriel. Unfortunately, Gabriel had the lowest points of the week, barely losing to Marvin, who had also very low points this week. But Marvin did get the victory. Josh is the only one who got that one right. Donnie versus Chervin. We all picked Donnie. Chervin came in with like a powerhouse, like a wrecking ball, and captured that victory. Matchup 5, we have Bryce versus Josh. This could have gone either way. Josh did lose. Bryce came out on top. You picked Josh. Josh and I. Josh didn't even pick Josh. He picked Bryce. So I went 3-2. You went 0-5 for the first time ever.
I think so, yeah.
Josh, who's been utterly dominant all year long, went 4-1 and essentially has the title wrapped up, going 50-20 on the season. Missing only 1 week.
Whoa. If I go 4-0 and he goes 0-4, I'm back up at 50.
All right. I guess that is a possibility.
And then next Well, because next week we won't be doing it, but okay.
We won't be doing it. And I don't know if anybody's actually going to respond. You may have noticed that Josh has actually posted in our group chat who wins this week's matchups, Mike versus Juan and Ryan versus Marvin, which is our round 1 playoffs.
Well, we got 4 games this week, not 2.
He's not looking at the
whoa,
he's not looking at the other bracket.
Whoa. You need to be looking at all 4 games there, mister.
What is that? The consolation bracket?
Yes.
Consolation.
I don't care if your percentage is better than mine. If my picks, I got more win picks than you, then I win.
Okay.
And me versus Chervin one last time will be me. No.
Unfortunately, you don't even get a matchup.
No, we don't.
No. It's just you and Chervin get no more football. You are done. Your privileges have been revoked.
No soup for you.
No soup for you. All right. Well, let's actually talk about our matchups. It's me versus Juan. It's on paper. That can't be right.
What, you versus Juan?
No, I'm taking a look at the schedule. It says I'm 129, he's 100. I think I'm facing Juan somewhere else where the things are.
No, it's 127 to 109.
Really?
Are you not in Poor Man?
I'm in Poor Man right now. I'm looking at 129.38 to 100.85.
Sorry, you're right. That was your average points for the year.
So here's what I'm rocking, folks.
Up by 30 points, yeah.
Jared Goff versus Pittsburgh. I think they're going to go lights out this week to try and get that playoff spot. Jahmyr Gibbs, Christian McCaffrey, Stephon Diggs, Mike Evans. I hope Mike Evans is doing well and he's back to practice because I was not expecting that level of performance his first time back after several weeks, 8 weeks, 9 weeks. But awesome. I got Mike Evans in there. Trey McBride is my tight end. I'm gambling with Michael Pittman. But if I need to pivot because Phillip Rivers isn't going to target him, I have one option. I'm also playing Cortland Sutton and A.J. Brown. My pivot option that I am most confident in is probably going to tight end Juwan Johnson. I don't trust Deebo Samuel versus Philadelphia. Tyler Warren isn't really getting the work done with Phillip Rivers. So I am kind of running thin on bodies here. So those are my options. Juan, on the other hand, he's bringing.
Yeah, he's got Hurts, Swift, who's questionable.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry, Alec Pierce, Jerry Jeudy, Travis Kelce. That he might not work out so well. Jalen Naylor, Rico Dowdle, and Jacoby Myers. In your tight end spot, I would almost pivot to Ferguson or Johnson because who knows what Kelsey's going to do with the backup quarterback.
Don't.
He's
a big boy. He made the playoffs. He can figure it out.
I would make Shakir, maybe put him in there too.
That's a high upside play, yeah.
For Jalen Naylor because he's questionable. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, unfortunately, I got to go with Mike on this one, unfortunately.
That's right. Yeah, I got to go me as well. All right, matchup number 2, we got Slick and Marvin. So right now, Slick is 112 to Marvin's 117. Slick is bringing CJ Stroud, Travis Etienne, Kyron Williams, CeeDee Lamb, Chris Olave, like that one, Dallas Goedert, Jaden Reed, Quinshon Judkins versus Buffalo, Ladd McConkey versus Dallas. Does he have any options here? Jalen Warren against Detroit would be tough. Brock Purdy versus Indy. That could be a good one versus instead of CJ Stroud, but
Keenan Allen?
No, I think Keenan Allen's dead. Yeah. Keenan Allen he's playing half the snaps and he's scoring 3 to 5 points a game. That is not enough. He has no upside okay floor with points, but not. Oh, yeah, that's it. Jordan Love versus Chicago, maybe. Colston Loveland if you needed a tight end pivot in that same matchup.
Yeah, he's probably got his best team in there right now.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And then Ice has Brissett.
Love that selection. That's a good pick this week.
Especially because Mariota's going to be benched. Burrow's gone. Or no, Burrow might be an option.
I don't know, man. Do you trust Miami? Burrow? Burrow had a really rough week last week, and he's talking some weird stuff this week in interviews.
Oh, or Bryce Young even.
I think Bryce Young.
If Carolina wants to upset and pull somebody out of the playoffs.
And put themselves in place, right? That's the thing. If they could vault over Tampa Bay. So Bryce Young could be a consideration. I think you did. I like Jacoby Brissett the best. This is a guy who's playing for a job next year, and he hasn't had anything less than a 12-point or a top 12 performance since he started as the starting quarterback. So 22 points, 27, 21, 27, 20, 24, 24, 27. That was against Houston. Houston hasn't given up more than 10 points to any quarterback all season. And Jacoby Brissett does 27 points on him. Yeah, I'm starting Jacoby Brissett. That is a great start.
Josh Jacobs is questionable. Jonathan Taylor. Taylor did not have a good game last week.
Which I found surprising. I thought for sure he'd be good.
So did I. And now they're going up against San Francisco, so he might not have a very good game there either. St. Brown, Metcalf, Mark Andrews, Stevenson, Adonai Mitchell.
Well, that's a sneaky pick, Adonai Mitchell.
Yeah. And then Justin Jefferson. The team is just so inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
What's he got? Nothing.
Injuries.
Ricky Pearsall, but he's questionable.
Tucker.
Yeah. The only points he has on his bench, or Tim. We were just talking about him. That would be about it. Maybe Josh Jacobs for Tim, if Jacobs is really
out,
seriously hurt.
That gives, at least he has a pivot option with Estime.
Yeah. I know Ice is favored right now, but
you got to go slick.
Yeah, I got to go slick.
I like the roster that Marvin has, but Marvin barely won his matchup this week, and he's been struggling the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Even St. Brown scares me against Pittsburgh.
I think that one will be
okay. And then on the flip side, Metcalf scares me against like those two guys might only get those two guys together might only get 15 points combined.
I do have high hopes for St. Brown this week because it's a must-win situation for them. Like they need this win, so I imagine they're going to be really aggressive. But
it could be a really aggressive, just run the hell out of the ball.
And if that's the case, then St. Brown's going to get you nothing because Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery.
That's what I'm saying is, like between St. Brown and Metcalf, they might only get 15 points combined,
which I think is high
as opposed to 27 points is their projection between the two of them.
Yeah, I would take the under.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And the same thing, like Brissett might not do anything against Atlanta. Again, both of them have nothing to play for other than jobs.
Yeah, I think I like Jacoby Brissett this week. I didn't survive my chop league. I was the guy who was chopped this week. And it was Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, unfortunately, did me in dirty with 1.5 points. If he had done 5 points, I would have survived. But alas, it did not happen. And I'm thinking, after seeing that performance, if I survive this week, I'm going after Jacoby Brissett because I think he's the most reliable quarterback I can grab off of waivers to swap out for Joe Burrow, who might be a broken man right now.
Oh, Sheep, you need to really bounce back, man.
Okay,
And
we're
the
moving
next
on to
match
matchup
is-
3. We got
Yeah.
Gabriel, Little Baby Sheep Man at 101 projected versus Bryce at 127. You don't think so? Illness. Okay.
But also that hamstring is just it's
All right. Here's what Gabriel's got. He's got Lamar Jackson, Kenneth Walker, who's not really doing well, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, who's not doing well and is going against Philly. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he's doing awesome. Jamar Chase could do awesome if his quarterback decides to show up. Brock Bowers, who is going against the number 1 defense in all of football, so I don't suspect Brock Bowers. Emeka Ibuka, who has lost his connection with. Okay, it's not looking good. Then Marvin Harrison is questionable, and Devon Vele, who's out. Does he have options? Well, Woody Marks could be good if we can confirm that he's going to play this week in his health.
Yeah. Like right off the bat, I would swap quarterbacks. Go Justin Herbert.
Okay. Justin Herbert against Dallas is an option.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Boutte. Okay, maybe not. Oh, Gabriel, your team's in rough shape.
If Quidshawn Johnston
he's out.
Plays, is he going to be out?
Going to be out.
Keep an eye on him. If he's available, then throw him in. I mean, you got to throw somebody in for the guy that's not playing at all. Vele.
I've been
Woody
watching
Marks,
Woody
like
Marks.
you said, Woody Marks. Yeah,
he'd be a great choice to play this week if you know he's going to play. If you don't know he's going to play, then you got to find somebody else.
Even Carter,
Michael Carter might be an okay start. Yeah.
Then he's going up against Josh Allen.
Oof.
Against Cleveland. They've clinched, so do they even really care anymore?
Well, that's a good point.
But there's 3 games. If it was week 18,
I get it.
They'll still be interested. They need to. My worry though is either Cook's going to get the points or Allen's going to get the points.
I don't know how
Trevin Henderson.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. That's a fact. I don't know how Buffalo scores. To be honest with you, they get points. I don't get it.
Neither do I.
But Travion Henderson, hey, wow! I love that you picked him last week. I am jealous.
He has taken over the backfield in New England now, and for he's a rookie.
He's earned it.
And yes, he has. I think he was one of the guys that we said at the beginning of the year. Watch the second half of the season, he will steal the job away from Stevenson or Rashawn Stevenson or
Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah. I think we said at the beginning of the year he will take it away from him. He's got Devonta Smith. Again, that's another
hit or miss.
In Philadelphia, it's either him or Brown.
Or they just score from some other way, not fully from Saquon Barkley, but Dallas Goedert could be the guy that this week.
Yeah. George Pickens. And that's another one.
He kind of
either he's there or he's not. Yeah. Yes. George Kittle, always reliable.
Mm-hmm.
Jones. That backfield in Minnesota is just so crazy.
I think it's crazy that we've got guys that are playing Minnesota Vikings right now. Aaron Jones, Jalen Naylor, Jordan Addison.
Yeah. And then HN in Miami with a new quarterback. So
that could be scary.
It's probably, but HN is going to have to run the ball a lot.
So they could just stack the box against him.
They could.
It is Cincy though, so they don't really have much to stack the box with.
If he had to pivot a quarterback, which I don't think he would, he's got a good one. He's got not a good one because I can't stand the guy, but Sam Darnold is very consistent.
Not against one of the best defenses in the Rams. I would not trust Sam Darnold in that situation.
What else has he got on his bench? Kenneth Gainwell.
Yeah, Gainwell's not bad. He's been doing really well for Pittsburgh. Granted, he's playing Detroit, and they do well against the running game.
Not this
week. Oh,
week,
Yoshi Voss. Okay, you take that out of your mouth.
Yossi Rush, no.
You don't think Yoshi?
Again, I think Cincinnati is they're done.
They're done. Okay.
Yeah. Especially with T. Higgins gone. With Higgins gone, now everybody's focusing on Chase.
Yeah, they just got to shut him down.
And Yossi Rush isn't consistent enough to make a big deal.
Okay.
So,
do you think T. Higgins has a chance to play this week, or do you think he's just really messed up and they're just going to, hey, you know what? Take the time, buddy. Come back next week.
He's mush brain, right? That was his thing.
Yeah, you got bashed like two. Yeah. You got cussed twice in the same game.
Yeah, like games? Well, no, he missed a game. Like he went into protocol. Like he got hurt halfway through the game 3 weeks ago. Missed a game, played, got his bell rung like 3 times.
Yeah, okay.
And you could see him effed up on the field. Like he's lying there kind of putting his hands on his head and nobody's pulling him out of the game. That's why I was going off a little last week about it.
That's right.
I can't see him playing this week or next week. I think maybe he'll get to play the last game of the season. And that would be only if he's got like bonuses of some sorts, incentives that he can get a shot at. For this one here,
I'm going Bryce.
You know, I got faith in my man.
Yeah?
I got faith in our fellow Canuck.
All right.
You go, little baby sheep man, you go.
All right. Calling your shot.
Represent the Canucks.
Or the Canadiens. Because he is in Montreal.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about Donnie versus...
I didn't mean the Vancouver Canucks.
I know. I just like it. But when you
Bob
say
and
that...
Doug, you represent Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Yeah. We got a lovely statue of them here. Donnie versus Josh, 7-8 versus 7-8. Donnie's currently projected to do 124. Josh has got 107. So let's break it down. Donnie's got Matthew Stafford, good start. Bijan Robinson, Shavonte Williams, who is questionable with a neck injury. Oh, that's not good. Nico Collins, he's got Puka Nacua. Obviously, that's a great stack. Darren Waller, he's not participating. Let's see what happens to Darren Waller this week with a new quarterback. O'Marion Hampton, Breece Hall, and Brian Thomas versus Denver. Oh, that's tough. But I think he's got his best quarterback out there.
He does. He's got his best lineup out there.
Yeah. Troy Franklin, maybe as a pivot if you needed, would be the guy that I'd look to. Maybe Jalen Coker.
Yeah, crack addict.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got his best team out there. Who's his other tight ends? Ingram, Gesicki.
I think Waller's his best high-end tight end.
Yeah.
If Waller plays, but that's a new quarterback in Quinn Ewers, so that's a high risk.
Yeah. On the other side, we got Drake May, Brown, Harvey, Flowers, who came out of nowhere last week.
Yeah.
Worthy, can't trust it. Parkinson's disease. Tracy, the London Bridge is falling.
Oh, you can't have
T. Higgins.
You can't have Drake London and T. Higgins. Those guys aren't going to play this week.
But I mean, he's still.
I guess T. Higgins did log a limited practice today, and Drake London did log a limited practice today. So those guys are possibilities. Even with those dudes in, he's still 20 points shy. And I don't think Higgins and London play this week. I think they're out. I don't think they're going to push those guys.
Yeah, Joseph and the multicolored dream coat season might be done. Yeah, you're going to have to go with the Rama Jamma Jamma party.
All right, Donnie. That's 2 votes, Donnie.
And then Andrew.
You're going to pick yourself to win your next matchup?
Yep.
Okay.
Week 1 of next season.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that brings us to that part done. Let's talk about this week's bet.
Place your bets now! Come on, quick, bet!
All right, last week's bet was a running away with it. We picked all running backs. I did come out on top on that one. I thought it was going to be close after your trivia on Henderson performance. I did have Travis Etienne give me one, but I went 95 to your 85.
Yeah, just 1 second here. Sorry. I'm just checking something here.
Okay. What was disappointing was Jahmyr Gibbs' performance. I thought 7.8 was an unfortunate circumstance to see Jahmyr Gibbs in, that those are not the typical points you see from him. And I'm sure that was mainly the deciding factor because the rest of your guys did really well. Well, not really well. Jonathan Taylor only did 11, Derrick Henry 10, Devontae Williams got you 15, Ashton Genty got you 6.
Yeah.
Where I had...
And actually, your number is higher than that because I didn't have HN in there when I added that up. So you're up at like 110.
Nice. Okay, I'll take that. Yay, me. But a win's a win. You with the loss, you now lead the series 11-4. You're picking this week. Tell the world what you've picked as this week's bet.
Kicking it old school.
All right.
We are picking kickers.
Kickers.
Poor man scoring. If we end up tied, the kicker with the shortest field goal is the winner.
Not including extra points. Extra points.
Well, yeah, extra points, not a field goal. So, okay.
You got to pick first. You actually have notes? You came prepared?
You bet.
Okay.
I'm taking the Detroit Lions. His name is Bates or something. Yeah. Master Bates or something. I don't know.
You can't say that on air.
I don't. Is Bates his whole name? I only wrote down Bates.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. You picked the Detroit kicker.
Player.
Where is he?
I'm just gonna go with Detroit. Detroit Lions. His full name is
Jake Bates.
Jake Bates. Because he's projected to get 10.22 points.
Okay, so you're picking yours off of projected points. Cool. All right. Yes. I'm going to take an entirely different approach because I know nothing about kickers. This year, at least, I know nothing about kickers.
I'm basing it off of poor men scoring.
Yeah, so. you're taking poor men scoring projections of what their possibility is. I'm taking a different approach. I am looking at what have they done, and then what
for me lately.
Yeah, what have you done for me lately? And nobody has done anything for me lately in the kickers world. So I'm going to go look at and say, all right, who are the really good kickers that have been averaging and doing really well, especially guys that get big, long kicks. And I'm going to pick, who is this guy? Some of these guys I've never heard of before.
Most of these guys I've never heard of.
Yeah, well, there's some guys that are still around, like Chris Boswell still kicking for Pittsburgh. Do you believe that? He's still out there.
There's 3 teams out there that don't even have a kicker listed.
Are you serious?
Well, 2 of them is because their kicker got hurt last week and they're done for the season.
Okay.
So they're out shopping around for
a
kicker.
So they're looking for guys off the. Oh yeah, Matt Gay is the number 26 ranked kicker and he's currently a free agent.
There you go.
Yeah, he's
pretty gay.
Hey, no judging. That's okay. All right, I'm looking at matchups here. So I got a kicker that I like the situation. And I think his matchup is probably going to require his team. Where is his matchup? Just to confirm. Nope. Where is he? Oh, there you are. It's a close matchup. I like that it's going to be tight because it could come down to kicks. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to pick this guy. Cameron Dicker of the Los Angeles Chargers. Cameron Dicker. Was he on your list?
Yes.
Okay. Cameron Dicker.
He was in my top 12.
Top 12.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I picked a top 12.
We're each picking 6, so
Yeah, you picked 12. Okay.
My next one is from the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Aubrey.
Okay.
Yes. Again, projected to get 10.71 points.
Okay. Brandon Aubrey. Well, then my next selection is really easy. I'm going to go Jason Myers of Seattle. Against the Rams? Yeah, I think they're probably going to need some kicks there. Should be a close game.
Trying to find... Who did you say?
Jason Myers of Seattle.
Okay. He's only projected to get 8.6. So.
Okay. If you haven't noticed, Slick just posted in our group chat. I refuse to start Brock, meaning Brock Bowers, after he cost me my playoff loss last year to Andrew. He only needed like 7 points on a Monday night, and he got 4.
Well, maybe that's why you didn't make the playoffs. My next guy is from the Texans.
Fairburn?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Kamani Fairburn?
Yeah. Projected to get 958.
Okay. All right. That was number 4 on this list. Who else gets a lot of really deep? Oh, that could be. I like that. That's let's see, who is that guy playing? Why are you doing this to me? Stop with the
Chief Lutz?
No, not that guy.
It's like Kibbles and Bits. It's from Beverly Hills Cop 2. I'm Jenny Wishbone, and your name is Lutz, Chief Lutz.
Okay. I'm gonna go with. Oh, I just had it. Where did he go? There he is, right there. I'm gonna go with Will Richard of Minnesota Vikings. He's got a lot of 50-plus field goals this year.
He's only projected to get 874.
That's okay.
7, 917, 933. You mentioned him yourself a little bit earlier from the Steelers.
Chris Boswell.
Because I think all they're going to be able to do is kick the ball.
I hope that is the case. Oh, wow. That is scary. There are 61 kickers currently in rotation in the NFL right now. 61 kickers that have kicked a field goal this year. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
But if you think about it, if you have like a team, I think it's Atlanta that had Wu.
Okay.
The guy kicked the ground and didn't even kick the ball.
Well, that guy, yeah. That's the guy who's going to lose his job real quick.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have a guy that you're bringing in because your kicker got hurt, and he does crap for you for 2 games, then you got to bring in a third guy to back up your backup,
or to replace your backup.
To replace your backup until your starter gets back. Right? I can see how there's lots of guys rotated through.
Okay, I'm taking Chase McLaughlin. Tampa Bay. That's who I'm taking.
Dang, he was my next one.
Sorry, buddy. I got 2 guys I'm eyeing here. I'm just trying to figure out what is this one guy's deal? Why he?
I'm going to take Jake Elliott from the Eagles.
Jake Elliott.
Philadelphia.
Elliott. Where is he? Oh, he's ranked.
Philadelphia.
It just shows him ranked as 22 on this list.
He's expected to get 9.07.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go back up here to the top of this. And this dude is supposed to
Jake Mooney.
He's got a job. I thought he lost his job.
Yeah. He's with the Commanders.
Yeah, no. Let's see. I want kickers that are consistent, like that actually get a lot of kicks, and are on teams that could be really close battles where it could come down to a 59-yard field goal. So I've been targeting guys who have really like a lot of 50-plus field goals.
Stay
away. Okay.
What's going on?
Good night, Benson. he's trying to talk to me right now. Not a good idea.
I know.
Go to bed, kid.
No, don't. No.
Yeah.
Good night, Benson.
He's gone. He came down after his shower. He had baseball practice tonight.
Why don't you go with Smuts?
Who?
Smuts.
No, okay. The guy that
from the Browns. Smuts.
No. I wouldn't go that far. That's too far down. I'm looking at this guy here. That's a decent projection. You did Boswell.
If the Broncos are playing at home, you got the thin air.
Who is this team playing? Oh yeah, there we go. That could be.
That's Lutz.
Yeah, I wouldn't go Lutz though. I would go the other side. I'll go to Jacksonville. Cam Little. Okay. Right. Yeah, I'll go Cam Little. Because that defense is tough. They might need those kicking. All right, your last selection. I imagine you've already got it picked.
From the Bengals. McPherson. Projected to get 923.
Bengals. Cincinnati. Oh, there we go. Evan McPherson. Okay, then I'm going to pick a wild card shot. And I'm going to pick Eddie Pinheiro from San Francisco, who is projected to do 10.7, or is averaging 10.7 a game.
Yeah, according to Poor Man, he's only supposed to get 8.53 this week.
That's all right. Okay, so my kickers, not that you guys will know any of these kickers, I imagine. I got Cameron Dicker, Jason Myers, Will Richard, Chase McLaughlin, Cam Little, and Eddie Pinheiro. Yo, to Clown, who do you got?
I got Jake Bates Motel. Okay. Brandon, I can't think of anything.
Grand Ole Aubrey.
Yeah, Grand Ole Aubrey. In Dallas. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Cammy Fairbairn, Chris Boswell, Jake Elliott, and Evan McPherson.
Okay. Kicking it old school. Let's see how this plays out. This should be fun watching for kickers, cheering for kickers. I was so happy when we stopped using kickers in leagues.
No way, man. Especially now. Your kickers might win you weeks if you got a guy that hits 2 or 3 50-plus yard field goals in a game.
Points.
Yeah. This was the year to have kickers. Because it seems that kickers are just going nuts this year.
There's a couple kickers that have more points than some of the wide receivers and tight ends. So,
yeah. Not that I'm kickers are the end all be all, but maybe give them some give them bigger paychecks. Give them bigger paychecks now. Because realistically,
they get paid a lot to do nothing.
Wait a minute, though.
They take a lot of pressure.
I think they have more pressure than the quarterback.
Yeah, because you're in tight situations. All you got to do is All I got to do is kick it through that upright. That's all I got to do. Whereas the quarterback has got 100 things to do. And he's like, all I got to do. That's why there's more pressure, because you just got to do one thing really well.
But the thing is, though, get out there and win the game or tie the game to give us the opportunity to win.
Yeah. Big pressure.
Yes. See, I would build it into my contract that I want to get, you pay me nothing. I want $1 million for every game, or $2 million for every game I win us.
You know what? I would be a really neat incentive-laden contract for a kicker. Hey, I'm going to kick for you guys. You're going to pay me the league minimum, but every kick that I make, and if you put one of those weird ones for every consecutive, right? So the moment I break my streak, the clock starts over again, right? So if I do 1 kick, 2 kick, 3 kick, 4 kick, 5 kick in a row, I get this nice little bonus accelerator. And then if I miss my 6th one, then all right, I get that previous accelerator, but now I got to start all over again, and I got to build it back up. And then I get bonuses for certain distances.
Did you see the Kurt Warner movie?
Yeah, I saw that. I watched that.
So when he went into the Arena Football League,
and
the coach hands him $100 on the field for throwing the touchdown.
Okay.
And he's like, "You're going to give me $100 every time I throw a touchdown? I'm just going to chuck the ball all the way down the field and score a touchdown every time." Right? Give that incentive to the kicker?
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to give you $100,000 for every kick that you make.
Oh, it'd have to be more than that.
You kick it
to make it really worthwhile. Yeah,
okay. All right.
No, but okay. Go. You have your list open.
Yep. Well, I had it open. Yep.
Who's had the most field goals?
The most field goals? That's the Seattle kicker.
Okay. What's he got?
Oh, give me a second. I'll pull it back up. Jason Myers has the most attempts at 42. He has made 37 out of those 42. He has the most field goals at 37.
So that's only like $3.7 million.
Yeah, they don't make $5 million.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. To really make it, hey, I'm going to have a juicy contract.
Okay.
Pay me $500,000 a field goal.
But I want $100,000 per field goal just to make the field goal. On top of that, if I make a 50-yard plus field goal, you got to give me another $100,000, because that's okay. If I make a field goal in the last 2 minutes of the game, that's a lot of
layers,
right? Yeah. I'd put those layers in to say, hey, look, if you call upon me for the game-winning field goal and I get that game-winning field goal, that's a $500,000 bonus.
Yeah. That's I can get behind that as a GM.
Yeah, why not? Like, look, if you do nothing for me, I pay you nothing. But if you do great things for me and you put us into the playoffs and into the Super Bowl and we win it off of your kicks, here's the highly incentivized contract. And I wonder how that's graded, how that is measured against the salary.
It's not, because it's not a salary. It's bonuses on top of. So that's why some guys will go into negotiations saying, give me incentives as opposed to a guaranteed. Like, especially like a lot of defensive guys. I get 15 sacks in a year, you pay me $5 million. Instead of me getting paid $35 million, you pay me 30. If I get the 15 sacks, I want that extra.
Okay. Here's how my devious mind works. I'm a general manager and I got to work around my salary cap. And Andrew, I got to pay you a lot of money to keep you on the team because you're like my leading edge rusher. Like, you're going to get me all kinds of stuff. So I can't pay you the $50 million or the $40 million that is the going rate for the top tier. What I can do is pay you $5 million and then give you $50 million in bonuses for getting me one sack.
Well, no, it can't be that ridiculous.
But So there must be rules
I think
in place then.
Yes, there must be parameters in place for stuff like that. But
because that would be an easy way to cheat the system. It's like I'm only owing you $5 million, but as long as you get on that field and you get me one sack, I got to pay you $50 million on top of it.
Yeah, no, I think the league has some stuff in place for it, but I don't think like the incentive stuff. From my understanding, the incentive stuff does not hit salary cap.
I might need to go down a rabbit hole at some point over the Christmas break here and just learn about that, because that'd be really interesting to know how that actually impacts.
Because really, if you think about like somebody like Tom Brady, whose wife was worth more than he was, coach, pay me the league minimum of $500,000 or whatever it is, and for every touchdown I throw or every victory we get,
no touchdown, complete pass percentage above a certain point, victory that I get, I'd have all these like multiple layers and triggers.
But even if you said, hey, for every victory I get the team, you pay me $1 million.
Yeah.
If I get 13 wins in the year, that's an extra $13 million.
I didn't have before. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Would really make me incentivize and get the team motivated to win.
To help me motivate the team. Guys, we got to go get this win. I got to get paid.
Yes. Hey, we're only down by a touchdown in the fourth quarter. I'm going balls out.
We're down 3 touchdowns in the Super Bowl. Guys, we are not done and out of this yet. Let's go and do this. Julian Edelman, catch this ball on your fingertips.
So you could even go one step further to say, okay, $1 million for every regular season, $2 million first round of the playoffs, $3 million second round of the playoffs, $4 million, $5 million for the. So then your playoffs then would be, because if you were a wild card, so what do I say? $2
million for the
3. Playoffs. So that's 5, 9, 14, an extra $14 million if you won the Super Bowl.
I'm in. I like it. Could be good.
Like if I was like a guy like Mahomes or Hurts or Allen, like guys that are getting to the semis or the finals every year, sign me up.
Let's put those incentives on.
But again, take that off of the paycheck, or take that off of the paycheck
off
so that
the guaranteed
team
portion.
Because if it doesn't hit the cap, then you can go out and get me
the dudes that are going to help me hit those accelerators.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. One last thing before you go, Andrew, and we part for the Christmas break. You've made your selection. You picked me to beat Juan. You've picked Slick versus Marvin in the championship round. When Mike and Slick face off for the championship, you got to pick between one of us on air. I'm picking me, obviously. I'm going me all the way. Who are you taking?
I think you and Slick is going to be a tight matchup.
Yeah, he's got depth.
He does. Gotta go Slick. I gotta get that extra little oomph in on you.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. I'm gonna put a little star next to his name under your selection to say, hey, that's who you are picking to
be a league champ.
To be league champ this year is Slick. Okay.
So Slick start coming up with a name.
For Chervin?
And a picture. And a picture for Chervin.
A picture for Chervin. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Are those guys the buddies?
No. Josh and Slick are friends.
Oh.
Yeah. Chervin, Chervin's not a direct friend or relation to somebody in the league. Mm-hmm. He was one of the original inductees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
all right. Well, that's it for this week. Thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight, Andrew. I wish you a Merry Christmas, and to everybody at home in your fantasy playoffs, wherever you are. I am currently facing Juan in one league. I'm going to get you. I'm facing Donnie in another league, and I'm going to get you because those two guys knocked me out in other leagues, in Simple Man and No Fun. So retribution's coming your ways, boys. It is.
Oh, if they wipe you out in all of your leagues.
Oh, that's going to heartbreak. Okay, from one poor man to another, remember, if it's not fun, it's not worth doing. Good night, everybody.
Have a great Christmas, everybody.
Thank you.